Well, it didn't take long for Jimmy to set himself up in business with his mother's help. Now, all he needs is some customers.
The lemonade stand. Some might consider it a staple childhood experience. Kids might not know it at the time, but they're learning some of the fundamentals to entrepreneurship. And while the money earned in their tiny business venture will likely be gone by the time they enter adulthood, the skills they've learned could shape their future careers. But these kids are taking the lemonade stand to the next level.
Are you excited to make some money?
I'm gonna swim in it.
Young Biz Kids Day gathers dozens of aspiring entrepreneurs for an opportunity to set up and operate their own business.
I like to tell parents, when your kids are really good at sports, you take them to a community center, you put them on a sports team. When they're really good at dance, you go take them and put them on a dance team. Well, where do you take those entrepreneurial kids that have that entrepreneurial bug? You bring them to Young Biz Kids so that we can help them to cultivate what it is.
Ariel Briggs is the founder of Young Biz Kids Day, which started in St. Louis but has now spread to 6 other states. And it all got started because of her own biz kid. Her son, Mikey Wren, got inspired to pursue his own business after a successful run with no other than a lemonade stand.
So what we did, we set up next to a shoe store, and the shoe store, the new Jordans was releasing that day. So everybody was standing outside waiting on those new Jordans. They was like, "It's hot. Let me go give me some lemonade." We right there. Everybody came to buy lemonade. They was buying it by the gallon, by cups, jugs. It was crazy. And I made $1,200 in 3 days off of selling lemonade.
$1,200 in 3 days?
Yes.
Mikey could have bought a PlayStation or a new bike, something similar to what the average 8-year-old would spend $1,200 on. Instead, he invested in vending machines.
That idea came about because me and my mom was leaving summer camp, and I was like, "Mom, can I have something out the vending machine?" And she was like, "No," but she said all the money that you put into those machines goes to the owner, but if you had your own, all the money would go to you. I took the money from the lemonade stand. It still wasn't just enough yet, so I ended up sacrificing not getting gifts for Christmas just so I was able to get the rest of the money for my vending machine company. I started off with 2 vending machines. Now today, currently, I own 12.
In fact, he is the youngest person to own his own vending machine. And Ariel, do you have a business background? Were you in business before this? How did you start to guide him?
I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. Middle school, high school, I braided hair, I sold candy, so I didn't know the term of what I was, but I knew that I was an entrepreneur. I did not have a business background, but once I started business with him, I started taking classes and finding out anything that I could about business. After doing some research and him being adamant about it, I started developing a kind of curriculum where I was like, I'm going to walk you through this business plan. We're going to walk through market research. We're going to walk through, just how to do research on starting a business. We started that process. It worked for him, so I started helping other parents walk through the same process on when a child comes to you and say, I want to start a business. What does that look like?
Even if the kids participating in Young Biz Kids Day don't plan to go into business as a career, they'll be well equipped with the knowledge not only for basic financial literacy, but also to pursue the increasingly popular side hustle. In 2022, some 40% of Americans have some type of side hustle, whether that's to just make ends meet or a fun way to supplement their income.
Because I want to be like a veterinarian when I grow up, so this would be fun to do as a side business.
Actually, I'm going to do it on the side, but I think I'm actually going to go into nursing.
I see me going into real estate.
Even Mikey has other plans for his career. But for him, entrepreneurship goes beyond simply earning a living.
So entrepreneurship is more of a craft than running a business. It's a way of mindset. It's the way that you think. It's the way that you move. It's how you develop yourself. That's what entrepreneurship is. It's not really just running a business. So I see myself perfecting that gift that I have of entrepreneurship.
Do you see college in your future?
It really depends. I don't see paying for college in my future. I see going to college for free in my future.
Spoken like a true CEO. And Mikey has invested a lot in his natural business capabilities. After his successful start with Mikey's Munchies vending machines, he decided to write and publish 2 different children's books about entrepreneurship.
When we started to brainstorm about him writing the book, he wanted an imaginary character, which is his briefcase. But then I was like, well, I'm the one to talk to you about business. He's like, yeah, but don't nobody want to listen to a mom talk about business. Mikey doesn't like to tell everybody, but I am the briefcase that's inside the book. When he put the briefcase in, it worked because all the kids love the briefcase. When we would show up to events, they were like, where's Biz? Where's Biz the briefcase? And I laughed because I'm like, well, I'm Biz the briefcase, but they really wanted to see the briefcase.
Are y'all ready?
Do you really see the connections being made? Like you said, you were an entrepreneur all your life, but you really didn't know those terms. I mean, these are young kids. Do you see the connections being made?
Yes, I do. It's an educational program, which the kids don't get that part. They think that they're selling, but they're gonna see the kids networking, they're gonna see them making eye contact, they're gonna see them making pitch, and then they're gonna be applying financial literacy because before the event, they had to set a SMART goal on top of customer service, on top of standing up straight, because the goal is for them to learn these skill sets through business, but us as parents knowing that these skills are gonna transfer to the rest of their life and they're gonna be able to use those skills.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Brooke Butler.